Greetings, everyone, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. This is Oberon with Goth Tarot, which is my collective reading into shadow issues, emotional issues, isolation issues, things that affect us deeper in our emotions, perhaps. And I do this collectively with several card readings from several decks, each designed to kind of focus in on different aspects of the week in general. Recently, I've begun to wonder if perhaps as a collective reading, they work on multiple levels, at the very least working on the level of a reading for an individual or for a collective of individuals. But I also view it as maybe a little bit pertaining to the ways of the world, that it's a collective reading for the world itself too, in a way, the trends of the world. At any rate, we start off with the Murder of Crows, which is a unique new deck that I'm happy to use here for Goth Tarot. And we are looking at the overall environmental factor this week, what's kind of going on with that. I call that the dark design, the focus of the week. I've pulled the Four of Cups upright. This is our dark design that we don't really want to maybe make a quick action or decision at this time, that we want to spend more time considering all the factors that may be pertinent, may be involved. It may be a decision that we want to keep putting off as long as possible. Now, to amplify the effect of the dark design, I use the additional cards in the Murder Crows deck that involve themselves with timing and also internal versus external feelings. So we're going to look at the timing matter here. And my suggestion is that this is a matter that maybe is coming to a conclusion. The Crow of Dusk indicates our timeline suggests we have already been thinking, this has already been our focus to try to figure out what our choices are and how we should try to work with them. So now that time may be ending. How is this really experienced with us? What is the experiential feel for us about this idea? And I pulled the Crow Father, which indicates that this is a very physical thing for us. This is not necessarily a psychological thing. This is something that affects us in real life. Our ability or our need to slow down on decisions. Let's move these around a little bit. See if I can get a better view here. All right, so how does this haunt us? What remains despite what this future shows us, or what this focus for the week shows us? What is the dark shadow, the thing that remains here that haunts us and makes us consider other factors? And from the Ghost Tarot, I have pulled the upright Ace of Cups, so I think that these decisions, or these qualities that we're thinking about and wondering what to do with, mostly may involve or should lead us towards the idea of our emotional resonance, and that maybe we're trying to decide if we can begin a new relationship, a new friendship, or bring something new and loving and pleasurable, emotionally satisfying into our lives. Begin it. And so I think that because of the other cards, this is probably pertaining to relationships, very strong emotional ones. And it may be that this is a time where people are choosing sides. And you yourself may have to do that too. And so you're hoping you pick the true heart that's kind of haunting you, so you can't not consider picking it. But what really will be the dark truth in all of this? And so I turn to the Night Sun Tarot for that. Our dark truth, it's the world. The dark truth, the insight, the abilities, the things you most have to consider. Well, it's not the abilities, that's the dark gift. The dark truth, what we really have to understand is that there's nothing less than perfection that we can handle in the situation, and that we have to find ourselves really striving for that most perfect, whatever that is, in our decisions about the emotional matters. We're trying to choose the best outcome possible amongst all the choices. We're trying to arrive at some sort of coherent world, successful. Now, from the Night Sun Tarot, we also pull the card that represents the dark sacrifice. And that is the sorrows or things you have to give up or you have to bear in order to reach the truth. It's the reversed Empress. What we may have to sacrifice or bear is less than that picture of the world, that the Empress sort of is an avatar of the world, and so as displaced, we have to work harder on all those negative traits or bad behaviors that keep making us make our wrong decisions and not focus on our true emotional heart, the truth of the matter. And so the Empress reversed is saying that's what we need to give up or consider giving up or figuring out how to bear that and work from it, is the idea that we're avoiding our troubles. We're not trying to deal with them. We have to face them. So now I move to the Vampire Tarot. And I'm looking for the dark spiral. The energies or beings, people, situations that drain you. In other words, what sucks. In looking at all that we have to go through and all the ways that we have to try to focus our energies this week, what sucks? And it's the Two of Wands. This is so interesting because we have a concordance of cards that are about or feature the world or are drawn to the idea of the world. With the World card itself, the Empress reversed, and now the Two of Wands upright. And so what sucks is that maybe we really don't have what exactly we see in the card, the idea of that mate, that love, that relationship. It's not there. We have our world. We have to give up those things. But what sucks is we're not there really with the one we want to be, that we might end up taking a different road. So this is not necessarily our truth, your truth, but you're dwelling on that. And you probably shouldn't. You probably have to hope for that instead. So now I want to see what our dark gift from the Crow's Magic Tarot. What is our dark gift in all of this? And how can it help us? How will it help us get through this week? A week where maybe we're hard-pressed to make the right decision because it concerns other people's feelings and emotionalities. But we know that we have to make our most perfect choice. So how will our gift help us. And the gift is the moon. And our dark gift is the ability to perceive the mysteries, to part the clouds, to look at the other side of the moon, and to discern what relationship choices or emotional choices, let's just broaden it to that, do we need to make to find the way to forge our world to figure out how we may have to go it alone and to ultimately be alone. Your gift is helping you understand where all those mysteries are and why this happened. So I want you all to do your own meditation on this. What are the relationships you're trying to affect this week? And what are the best ways to do them? What are the sacrifices you're willing to make? Good luck, everyone. That's it for Goth Tarot.